How is everyone not freaking out about climate change? Because you can only freak out about so many things in a day. Personal woes, familial freakouts, local terror, national strife, international conflict and more. If you freak out about everything, then you'll either be a mental wreck who cannot get out of bed or just off yourself to get off this stressful planet. There's a lot of stuff happening right now and it's really hard to be worrying about 10 things at once when you're too young to actually make a difference at the current moment. My dude, I'm bipolar. I can barely make it out of bed in the morning, so I seriously have to ignore shit like this or I walk around 24/7 in panic mode. People are reactive, not proactive by nature. People have too many more immediate and direct problems to really spend their time doing anything about huge stuff like that. They just can't be bothered, and I don't blame them. I was upset years ago. Now I have resigned to the fact that we are all fucked. Because no one with any real sway wants to actually do anything about it. And the masses are too absent-minded to force their hand. Too much profit to be made from destroying our planet. And by the time any real change happens, it will be far too late if we aren't already past the point of no return now. Better start your prep. 'Cause shit is going to get real bad before it ever begins to get better. Use of doing so? People with literally 1 billion more money and resources are against me. Move higher into the mountains. Learn moonshine. Deleted. Once you've accepted your own death in the far future, then any deaths in the far future just aren't that scary. People are only concerned with things that are right in front of them. Hard to keep track of climate change when your country has 50% poverty rate and 100% annual inflation. It's happening slowly. Hard to get worked up about something so slow. What the hell am I supposed to do when there's ultra-rich people private jetting all over the place? Multiple times a day. It's out of my hands. I have enough to worry about. Also, I remember in 2010 when I was in school and it was really hot that summer and way into the fall. It was unusual where I live and everyone was talking about how strangely hot it was. And saying it was 'cause the world was ending soon. I was literally sick with worry for the next 2 years 'cause I thought it was climate change related to the incoming end of the world in 2012. Well, that didn't happen and I was all worried out after that. I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. Till Kardashians flying every weekend to Paris, which is equal to what a normal person do in 1 year. I'm not gonna care about it. Companies. China. USA. And I should pay extra taxes in Germany because my CO2 when Germany is 1.8% in CO2 on the world. Peas. Sorry for my bad England tears of joy. I am, and I'm glad you are too. Because I've been hearing that the planet only has 5 to 8 years left for the last 25 odd years. Do I believe in it? Yes. But I also roll my eyes whenever person X comes out shouting we only have 5 years left. Again. Because most of the information and narratives are controlled by entities that are vested in the status quo instead of any radical change. A lot of wealthy and influential people making the bet that living an unrestricted life now and using their wealth to deal with consequences for them personally eventual is better for them than having to fundamentally restructure society, which would be needed to combat climate change. As for the everyday people, I'd wager many are just content buying the lie that nothing has to fundamentally change for them. Maybe an EV instead of an electric car. Maybe put some solar on your roof and buy organic and that's it. Pretty sure we are quite freaked out, but also trying to get along with life. Half the population doesn't believe in it, so they aren't freaking out. If it's as bad as the fearmongers say, it's already too late. If it's as bad as the "fix it now" group say, it won't get fixed. If it's all a lie, then I don't have to care. I worry about things I can control and let the rest happen. Part of me learning to be stoic. We are upset about it, but negative messages didn't really work politically, so now we are focusing on the positives of green energy. I cry silently inside me. I am so sad about this. I pick up other people's trash on the street. I was writing a letter to local businesses, council and newspaper. But I stopped because I was afraid it wouldn't be well received if I call out their poor practices. Because for the last 50 years plus edit of my life, they've predicted the end at least a dozen times. And every time it doesn't happen, the reason for the next one changes. It was the coming ice age, then the ozone layer, then deforestation, which brought us plastic grocery bags, which had their own problems, then global warming, then it changed to climate change, because why was it going to be ice? And now it's heat, quote, etc. Meanwhile, I gave up plastic straws while the Kardashians, etc., fly private jets 2 towns over for ice cream.